I stood at the window of my small apartment, gazing out at the city skyline. It had been a year since I transitioned to remote work, a decision that had come as a surprise to me. I had always imagined my career confined to the walls of a bustling office, surrounded by the hum of conversation and the clatter of keyboards. The pandemic had changed everything. My company, like many others, had shifted to a work from home model seemingly overnight. At first, I was skeptical. How could I stay productive without the structure of an office environment? How would I manage the distractions of home life? My initial days were challenging. The temptation to stay in bed a little longer, the constant lure of the fridge, and the isolation from my colleagues made me question the feasibility of remote work. But as the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, I began to find a rhythm. I set up a dedicated workspace in a corner of my living room, complete with a desk, a comfortable chair, and a few potted plants to add a touch of greenery. I started my days early, maintaining the routine I had while commuting to the office. I learned to take regular breaks, stepping out onto my balcony to breathe in the fresh air and stretch my legs. One of the unexpected benefits of remote work was the flexibility it offered. I found that I could manage my time more effectively, balancing work tasks with personal errands and hobbies. I started cooking more, experimenting with recipes I never had time to try before. I picked up reading again, diving into books that had been gathering dust on my shelves. Despite the physical distance, I stayed connected with my colleagues through regular video calls and virtual meetings. We shared more than just work updates. We bonded over our shared experiences of remote work, exchanging tips and anecdotes. The camaraderie, though different, was still there. My productivity soared. Without the distractions of a bustling office, I found I could focus better on my tasks. Projects that used to take days were now completed in hours. My creativity flourished, and I began to contribute more innovative ideas during team meetings. The freedom to design my workday also allowed me to explore my surroundings. I took my laptop to the park on sunny days, working under the shade of a tree. I discovered new coffee shops with cozy corners that became my alternative office spaces. The change of scenery kept me inspired and motivated. As the year drew to a close, I reflected on my journey. Remote work had transformed my life in ways I hadn't anticipated. It had given me the gift of time, the joy of flexibility, and the satisfaction of a well-balanced life. I had grown not just as a professional, but as a person. I realized that remote work wasn't just a temporary adjustment, it was a new way of life. And as I looked out at the city skyline, I felt a sense of freedom and possibility that I had never experienced before.